Hello, it's 4:50 p.m. So I apologize for any noise in advance. So I forgot to mention yesterday that at work they perked me by trying to play Aaliyah's song "One in a Million," and I put my earphones in so fast. Whoever was in charge of playing the music, and almost like quite a few times, almost every day they play that damn song "Running with the Devil." So I'm gonna be in here for a while trying to do like a couple of more videos. And one last thing that I forgot to mention, the guy from yesterday at work, I overheard him blabbermouthing about me to another guy who I think he works in the kitchen or something. And that guy had been perping me by wearing red, acting weird around me. And one time I was trying to take the trash out, and all he did was get an attitude and mumble something rude under his breath and refused to hold the door open for me when the trash was kind of heavy. But the other men, they'll be more than glad to help me out. I mean, he acted like he was right there, standing right in front of the door. And, the trash was kind of heavy and he didn't even want to open the door for me. And none of the other men were around. That happened, I don't remember when it was a few days ago. So that guy was already a perp, always wearing a red bandana and acting weird. And Saturday, I saw that he had like a gray Dodge Caravan that he drives around in. And I'm like, well, if you a dishwasher, I doubt you a line cook. But if you a dishwasher or something, and if you get paid $10 an hour, how can you afford a place to live and a van to live in? I'm sorry, not to live in. I meant to say a van to drive around in and have an apartment or a house or whatever place to live. Because you perping me. So my work so far has been like under $40 hours a week. And I just wish I had something better. But during the times we in, it seems like some people gotta just take what's available. Even though I heard that people are dying businesses are dying for people, and there's employment shortages everywhere and stuff like that. I think I did mention that yesterday. I had to clean a sink full of vomit yesterday after a drunk person. So one day, I think it was over the weekend, I had to clean two areas, and one in the men's bathroom and another in the women's bathroom with vomit. And got to clean up broken glass, and they even put glass cups or glass bottles in the toilet and stuff like that. It's like, wow. And you know what? They got this ESL course that I paid for with my stimulus money. It was only like under $20, and because of my targeting and my homelessness, I have not been able to rest or relax. Or if I was in a hotel room, or if I had my own, if I was in that $40 hotel, or if I had my own place to live, like an apartment or something like that, I would have gotten to, I probably could have got that course knocked out of the way, and probably could have been doing stuff online, rather than this right here. So I think I'm going to do another video after this, but upload that one before this, because I just went on into this topic since I'm on the topic of, housing and stuff. Today, I, had to go take a cab to and from, and it costed like almost $30 round trip to go to see about the housing organization that they're not a shelter, but they're supposed to help people find housing. And they're hard to get in contact with. Nobody really answers the phone. And when they do answer the phone, it's the rude, mean lady from New York. And so, that she's like hard and mean and difficult to communicate with. And I think she's a narcissistic abuser as well. So, but most of the time, nobody answers the phone. So I went over there this morning because they had this other lady who, she, when I went, it was like the very end of April. Maybe it was April 30th or somewhere around there. I went to that place, not the housing authority, but this other place that's supposed to help people they try to say that there was a lot of resources available, a lot of help, and the lady pretended to fake like she was extra nice and extra compassionate and gave me false hopes, that she was going to help me very soon to get housing. Then next thing you know, she went AWOL on me. It's been like a little over a month and a half, and I had not heard anything from her. When she made it like this, she made false promises to help me get housing, and she said that I could have just gotten that if she would have known me earlier in that week, that she could have got me in a place that one lady turned down, that I would have gladly taken, and it was like a house for rent. And so today, I almost missed them because they were supposed to be some kind of community outreach people that's supposed to help homeless look for housing. The same organization left me hanging last year, but then it seemed like these so-called homeless organizations that's supposed to help homeless people get housing, it seemed like they're just there for show and just there for image and not really trying to do anything. And it's supposed to be like a so-called Christian-based organization, And so when I try to I almost missed the lady because then the lady wasn't there and I had to get another lady to take down my phone number. And then I felt like, well, damn, I made a blank trip for nothing because it's like I got to go over there in order to get somebody to talk to, because if I call, you get nobody to talk to really, except that rude lady. And then she'll refer you to whoever you're asking for, and they never pick up or they're never there. So the whatever homeless outreach that's supposed to help people get housing, just in the nick of time, they came and arrived, a few of the ladies with the community outreach. And so one of the ladies was really nice, but the lady who was really nice before and acting like she wanted to go out of her way to help me and act like she had compassion for the homeless and acting like nobody should be on the streets and like she, was caring and compassionate and everything. Now everything must have changed because I hadn't heard from her for like a month, a little over about a month and a half. And then after that, I didn't hear from her for a month and a half. And then after that, I saw her today, a few minutes before my next cab had arrived to bring me back downtown. And so she acted like she was disgusted and mad at me, and she didn't act really nice, and I know my cab was on its way, but I kind of felt like she treated me like a pest, like I was annoying or something like that. I mean, like I inconvenienced her and stuff. They just arrived back from wherever out in the field. And so, I was trying to check up on and they told me that I emailed you yesterday and you said you were sick. And I'm like, no, that wasn't me. I didn't get any emails from you. So she's like, oh, it must have been somebody else or whatever. So she said it must have been another lady. But yeah, I didn't receive any emails from her at all. None. And so before I can even open my mouth to ask for anything, they were already saying that there is no low-income housing. And they asked, well, what's your budget? And they're like, what's your budget? And I said, well, I have a new job now that I just started. And so they want, y'all know they want 3.5 times the rent. So they said, well, some landlords will give you a break and want 2.5 times the rent. And pretty soon they're going to stop the unemployment and deal with whatever eviction moratoriums. And so a lot of people, I guess, will end up getting evicted. And she said there'll be one of the ladies said there'll be plenty of housing available. But they said that they can't find anything under, they said they can't find anything under $1,100 or $900. And I said, well, the way it looks like, I don't know, because see, with this job, I'm not getting 40 whole hours a week. Just maybe like schedule 33. The Masonic 33. Gang stalking Masonic 33. So 33 hours a week times $10 an hour. So every 2 weeks I might get like less than $660 every 2 weeks. And then taxes taken out. So if that might be, I don't know, $550 a month, I'll say, plus my $814 a month. Well, they take out for they take away the Social Security, take away the small SSI check, but they let me have the Social Security with the Ticket to Work program, which I'm still trying to get a hold of a counselor. It's hard to find a Ticket to Work program. So, somebody to accept my ticket. So, so then it's like with the housing or whatever, I think the most I guess I'm gonna say about $2,000 a month, I guess, or something. So that would mean that with 3.5 times the rent, now it doesn't look like I can find a place for $500 a month. So I'm not gonna say where I looked, but y'all probably figure out. So I guess I will say where I looked. On Craigslist, and I was able to find a few places, and I emailed about 4 places that were, I guess, under $800 or under, between $650 and $800. And I'm like, well, what? I also thought I was told that there was a lot of resources, a lot of grant money from COVID, that they had a lot of grant money to help you with trying to get rent paid and deposits and all that they have that they have funds. So now, I don't know, I'm just really confused, but I'm trying what I could. They said this weekend it's supposed to be at least 2 tropical storms or possible hurricanes that's supposed to be who knows where this weekend. And those huts, I think I mentioned that because of the gas shortage or whatever, they're put on hold. And that shelter, nobody ever answers their phone, So I just don't know what to do. Um, and I'm just tired of people trying to think they got control over my life, that they think that they can control where I should live at. You know, if I was born and raised in New Orleans, got kicked out of my hometown, the homeless predicament is the same, about the same over there as over here, but Pensacola seems like it's smaller, but they have a little bit better job opportunity out here than in New Orleans for me, you know. But I'm sitting here wondering, well, if I still can't get housing, do I have this job for nothing, or is it better than nothing that I may not have? I don't know if I have to still panhandle and beg for, you know, a little extra assistance when needed, but I may have to ask less often, you know. So the online perps, as I said, they're trying to be like, oh, Candy's gonna get fired soon. She's not gonna last on this job and this and that, whatever, and stuff like that. It's like some people would say that that's witchcraft and then putting word curses on me or something like that. You know, voodoo or whatever. Cause of course, if you being gang stalked, you're not gonna like that. So, speaking up about being abused is not complaining. You know, I don't see it as petty little complaining, because you want to call it petty complaining because it's not happening to you. You know, I went to eat at a restaurant last night, and there was a perp waiting for me in a black Dodge Ram truck or whatever, or a black truck. And the very second I walk out of the building, he drive off. You know, but it's like immediately. Sometimes you can only, when I get out my camera and can only catch the aftermath, and then say, well, look what this person is doing. You know, because they don't want to be caught on camera doing their wickedness, but yet they got so much to point out about you. And that Star Bricker lady, she went on Quora stalking and harassing all my questions, even if after I have her blocked. And then she reversed it, do like my twin sister, and reverse it and lie and say that I'm the one stalking and following and harassing her. They know what they're doing. You know, and other people too. They gang stalk, follow, and harass and abuse me. And then pretend like as if I'm the one victimizing and abusing them and doing them something. You know, so, you know, I'm just trying to survive and live my life, and everything is just so hard. And with my disability, there are certain challenges with this job, and it's very labor intensive. You know, it's hard physical work. And, you know, people say that, you know, with your bachelor's degree alone, you should been able to have, you know, a management position. So on that Citizens AHT website, yeah, they said that, in some other websites and some YouTube videos I've seen that, you know, even if you try to be an entrepreneur and run your own business, that the perps slander you to your customers on purpose to deter you. You know, just like Starbricker, the perp, when she purposely writes false bad reviews on my ebooks on purpose to deter people from wanting to buy them. You know, so it's like, it's really insane that they're mentally unstable and then reverse it on you and make it like you're mentally unstable, these perps. And, you know, 20 years from now, you're really pathetic if you still start following and harass me 20 years from now. When are y'all gonna stop? When y'all gonna leave me alone? You know, so, And they love to play, they do all this dirty work and then play innocent. Like the fake T.I. perp, fake ass phony, try to be like, oh yeah, these perps that they throw stones and hide their hands. Well, when you faked me out, you did the same thing to me and try to play innocent, you know. So I don't know if it's the side right now. They said that the antibiotic medication could cause diarrhea. So I don't know if that is causing me to feel like I got diarrhea right now, or if the gang stalkers are trying to use forced diarrhea on me. But earlier today, my teeth were hurting, and yesterday, my mouth. I accidentally forgot to brush and floss my teeth yesterday. But today, I remembered to do it. I made sure I did it, but I've been doing it just about every day except yesterday. I don't know. I guess I was so busy with work and everything, and then was so tired later on, and I think I forgot and just had so much on my mind, so much going on. So I was sleep deprived in the middle of the night, but then this morning I ended up. It was this afternoon. I dozed off. I tried to fight sleep, and then I dozed off for like, I guess, an hour or hour and a half, and I'm still feeling that sleep deprived feeling and still feeling tired, But yesterday, I'm sorry. I want to say more about the housing. Last year, I tried these different places, and landlords didn't take me seriously because I was just getting SSI and Social Security. And I was just getting SSI and Social Security. And they said that it wasn't enough and that I would get evicted very, very quickly. And they didn't want me to get housing. And then the perps were slandering me and lying to me, threatening landlords against trying to rent to me and stuff like that, or they were trying to tell them, and then landlords complied. So I could have been had housing like last February or March or something like that. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say the organization that I went to today and that I have been trying to go to since 2019. Other people have said they had that experience too, that opening doors, that's the name, opening doors, that they just leave you hanging and don't really help nobody. You'll be lucky if you get a hotel. And Catholic Charities, they'll just give you a hotel voucher for a week, and if funds are available, and not giving you any. Nobody's actively trying to help you. And the worker that I had, I think her name was Lauren last year, she just left me hanging and left me on my own and didn't want to help me, with housing. And then this lady faked me out and just, acting like I inconvenienced her today, and they acting like they didn't want to be bothered today, when I try to see about housing. So I'm doing my part. And as I said, with the Section 8 and stuff, I'm on area housing said that there will be no housing available for 2 more years, that the waiting list is backed up 2 years. And then also in New Orleans, Unity is New Orleans' version of opening doors, and they also do not help you. But what else was I gonna say? Something else I was gonna say, but it slipped my mind. But anyway, I'm trying what I could with housing, and Waterfront Mission. They play with my mail. So oh man, it is. So I couldn't get that. I have to go all over again with the Section 8 application. But as I said before, with the them attacking and torturing me with the directed energy weapons, I didn't know what the hell was going on, and it ran me out of my house, and it was causing me sleep deprivation, put me in the hospital and stuff like that when I had my own place. And I didn't realize that I was having funny shit happen in my house and break-ins when I'm gone. And I think I did get food poisoning a couple of times. And some stuff rearranged in my house. I would go to sleep at night and then wake up and my cabinets all open. And and then when I had my own place, dealing with stuff like the perps clogging up the drain somehow, and then having the landlord to blame me, and then the landlord joined in on the perping and stuff like that. So that's a whole nother topic right there. So I don't want this video to bleed over. So I'll see y'all later. Bye.